Thank you, Daniel. You almost spoiled everything, but thank you for the very nice introduction. I've got a few questions to ask you, because I think at some point in your life you all went to school, possibly. So who of you ever went to school in a pink bunny suit? Oh, this is awkward. Who of you ever went to school and was tied up in class? Oh, really? I did not expect that. I need to rewrite some things. Who of you ever created a cult in class with your classmates? Yeah, don't do this. This is exactly my point, because I missed something in my own education, and I thought I could do it differently, and so I did, and we created some magic, and that's what I'm going to talk about today, because I made an own company within the Dutch educational system. Around about 4 years ago, I went to college, and I was so excited because I thought that everyone was extremely engaged within their education. I thought there were all these brilliant students, beautiful minding their brilliant ideas on the windows and bending over world problems, interdisciplinary. But what I saw was actually the exact opposite, because I saw students that were completely disengaged with their education. I saw students who skipped school and who would rather go to the clubs and the pubs. I saw students who were going on Facebook like you are doing right now and you are doing right now. So please pay attention. No, just kidding. Who were going on Netflix during their lectures or going on H&M online to spot the new trends. And I thought, how could it be that there are students who should spend 40 hours a week on their education and spend over 2,000 euros a year on their education, and they are completely disengaged? How could it be that there is such a discrepancy, a gap between what a school offers and what a student wants and needs? And I thought, okay, when you miss something, you can do one of three things. The first thing is to shrug. Okay, whatever, just comply. This is the way it is. That's the first thing. The second thing you can do is to rebel. We had that in Holland, where students actually took over their own university in Amsterdam because they wanted more of a democracy. And as we know now, that doesn't work either. The third thing you can do is to create, to build something new, to build something you miss. And that last thing is exactly what we did. So I think school should be an experimental ground where you can learn how to lead, shape, and reshape this world. Because knowledge now is a commodity, and universities are merely focused on this knowledge. But I've got my phone now. I don't want to reach the wrong thingy. I've got my phone with me 24 hours a day. So you can ask me anything, about any faculty, and I will look it up right now. So knowledge is a commodity. It's about who you are and how you treat yourself, how you treat others, and what impact you can make on this world. So I gathered people who thought about this exactly the way I did. And we bended over this problem. And we thought, what do we want to learn? What is important right now in the 21st century? And we came up with 5 competences we think is important now, but also in 50 years, and also in 100 years. So it's sustainable. We made education sustainable. The 5 competences we came up with is, first of all, empathy. Knowing what motivates someone else, and actually make these motivations your own. So you don't only see that someone is different than you, but you also understand why someone is different than you. And not merely accept it, but actually appreciate it. That's the first competence. The second competence is controversy. Seeing paradoxes in the world and thinking about those. Wanting to make a change to which you don't agree upon, because there is a lot of unfair business in the world. The third competence is resourcefulness, knowing what resources are available to you and use them in a different way, recognizing problems but not just merely as problems, but every problem is a solution to something else. So rethink problems and rethink solutions from a totally different perspective. The fourth competence, and this is perhaps the most interesting and important one, is experience. We don't just want to open books. We don't just want models and theories to throw upon our students. We want them to actually experience something new, to find the blind spots within themselves. So that's why we create cults within our class. We don't just talk about social influence, and we don't just read about them. We say, go create a cult. Make your own rules, make your own greeting, make your own uniform. Select one leader. So you actually experience what power and influence does to you and what it means to you. So we see people cry with each other, laugh with each other, live with each other, and that's what it's about. And the fifth competence is introspection. Just zooming out for a second. Seeing the situation, seeing yourself here in this situation. What's happening here? Why is this happening? Giving meaning to that situation. And also look at it at a micro level. Where else do I see this in the world? And what can I do with this? So we recognize this. And we wanted to make something different. But you have a really good idea. We're going to create courses. We're going to start our own university within the school. We are going to start our own academy, Ucadamy, because it's about you. But you have an impossible idea. Because you still have to deal with those students who are totally disengaged, rather go Netflixing in the pubs, in the clubs, and that you want them to do more work, more courses, more homework, and they will receive nothing for it. Don't give up. Courage, people. Because what we did was we just pulled open the doors of the empty classrooms and we just stepped in and we started teaching. Teaching our friends. And then friends of our friends, and then their friends. And within a short while, our classrooms were full to the notch. They couldn't fit anymore. We had to make double classes. And what we saw was magic. We saw students being extremely engaged. We saw students asking for more classes, more time, more homework, still going to the pub, but to discuss what they have just learned, finding out new aspects about their lives, about themselves. In conclusion, when you miss something, like I did, use this pain. Make it your own, and don't just shrug, whatever. And don't just rebel. Don't destroy, don't destruct. Create and connect and inspire. Please, make your own magic so we can enjoy your magic as well. Thank you very much.